Hey Daddy, in this video we're basically just going to be doing the March 2022 Senate election prediction. Okay, so yeah, let's go from okay, so let's do 6 Democratic states: Washington, Oregon, State of Hawaii, Maryland, New York, and Connecticut. So right now the Democrats are at 42 with 6 safe states. Now, California. Take a look at California. So, Kamala Harris won, when Kamala Harris was up in 2016 against the other Democrat, Laura Sanchez. She won about 61% of the vote. So she won by approximately 23.2 points, which is okay, but like Biden won it by 29. 1 in 20 voters shifted a 30.1% margin. 30.1 minus 23.2. That's like Maine 2nd Congressional District. Oh my god, it's almost Maine 2nd Congressional District. So 6.9% of voters, or like almost 1 in 14 voters switched from Hillary Clinton to Laura Sanchez. Wow. And if you look at, she's not very Kamala Harris isn't very popular in the state. California Attorney General election. Take a look at the 20. Okay, so this was the last time Jerry Brown could have ran. Let's take a look. In 2010, Kamala Harris narrowly defeated Steve Cooley. The race was about 1%, like somewhere. And then again in 2014, Kamala Harris won by a slightly larger margin. But okay, so yeah, Kamala Harris didn't win by a lot. She won by slightly less than 15%. And in 2018, a blue wave year, Kamala Harris was elected to the Senate. So she didn't win. That isn't the reason. I still think it would be safe. But remember, Kamala Harris is vice president. So Alex Padilla, the senator, has to serve on behalf for the rest of her term, and is up in 2022. So I put it as safety just because of how polarized the nation we are. Vermont. So we forgot one thing. Illinois. I would put this as likely, but look, Tammy Duckworth, the non-incumbent, defeated Mark Kirk by like over 20 percentage points. Like, no surprise, but Tammy Duckworth did pretty good in like Cook County. She was the most populated county, and other pretty small counties. That's Indiana, that's Kentucky, and this is Missouri, and this is New York. Actually, I'm hesitating a bit about New York. Okay, so Democrat 43, Vermont. Okay, the reason I'm hesitating about Vermont would be that, so if, like, Patrick Leahy, whatever, is actually, he's filed the paperwork, but if they're doing this contest, just because he filed paperwork doesn't mean you want to run. So he might try not running. So yeah. But right now I put out safe. Yeah, let's see. Oh, also in Colorado, the reason is look at the margin. I know, like, it was not as, but look. Michael Bennett actually did a bit better in Biden than in Pueblo County. Denver, like always, he did. Like Michael Bennett did a bit worse than Biden in this, probably because it was 2016. But yeah, like, look at the margin. I want to look at the margin. Okay, so 50 minus 44, 43. So like a 5.7% margin. If they get much like a candidate who can appeal to like the Pueblo suburbs, the El Paso County, maybe a bit more in Denver, in Fort Collins, if it I don't know, I don't think they'll flip it. If it's like a red tsunami or like a pretty large red wave year, potentially, they could flip it. But I don't really see that happening, so we'll hesitate on that. You know, the reason I'm hesitating is, if you look at the Chuck Schumer, like, oh my, look at Chuck Schumer, like, Wendy Long, like, she barely cracked on 25% of the vote. In the same year, that Hillary Clinton, only, like, where Donald Trump reached a third of the vote, like, 35 to 27. One in 9 voters switched from Clinton. 1 in 9 voters switched from Trump. Schumer. Keep that in mind. But the reason is, we're going to be looking at, let's go check, there's this one person I have in mind. AOC. Aha, Algeria Ocasio-Cortez. No, I don't want to sign up for unlimited content. Let's sign up. Okay, so AOC. Okay, so she is the representative in New York's 24th Congressional District, and there are talks about her primary Chuck Schumer, which is okay, but she's not really a strong candidate. I don't think like a 70.6 margin will be transformed into like a 30-point margin or something like. I don't think she'll lose, but she tries running as like an independent. It might sway some voters, but she's not really strong. But I don't know if she'll win the primary. That's the one thing. So yeah, I'd still keep it as safe. So yeah, that is a total of 45. So let's go for the Republicans. Idaho, Utah, North Dakota. Hang on, it's John Thune who won that lot. I was thinking Christina Noel. Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, South Carolina, Kentucky. That's it. Oh well, the rest of some of the states are like debatable. Okay, so Alaska, like, you might understand why they put it as safe. Come on, if there's like, let's say there is Lisa Murkowski, and no, I'll use a more fitting color. She's a Republican, so I'll use out. I'm so used to use red. Lisa Murkowski. Let's say Joe Miller tries to take a shot at it. What if Sarah Palin decides to run for Senate? Sarah Palin. And Margaret, what's her name? 2016 Senate. Wikipedia, that's the best option because I can go back. Republicans actually, wait. What? There's a Democrat in Alaska. I'm sorry. I had no idea. Okay. I need to go to 2010. This was one of the best years for the Republicans. And Lisa Murkowski. We see one as a writing candidate. The plurality of the vote. So 2004, okay. Okay, so 2016. Oh yeah, Margaret Stock, that's what I was looking for. Margaret Stock. Let's say Margaret Stock tries to make a run for it again. And lastly, a Democratic candidate. Let's see. Let's say, like there are too many M's. Like, okay, so let's say Lisa Murkowski got 33. Yay. Then Joe Miller gets 21. Sarah Palin gets 19. Actually, no, yeah. Margaret Stock gets, like, I don't know, let's say just 15. So 33 plus 21 plus 19 plus 15. 88, that's 12. Okay, so in ranked choice voting, if the candidate doesn't have a majority, you give the least place candidate. That would be the Democrat. And add that to the second choice, which would most likely be like Lisa Murkowski. Actually, let's do a three-party race. That way it's less complicated. And then Joe Miller's eliminated. Then again, he already lost. So yeah, basically ranked choice voting is going to save her. And even if, so she won as a write-in candidate after losing a primary. Not everybody can black in this say they did that. Don't believe me? Look. So yeah, basically, I'm going to put Alaska in the safe column. Alabama, no, they're not. 2018 was an exception. Scandals aren't good. And like, here's the thing. Republicans always win the same counties. The Democrats always win the same counties. Jefferson County, and then all these string of counties in the middle of the state. So I don't see it flip. 2018 was a fluke. 2017 was a fluke. That's what I'm saying. It was a fluke, or whatever it is. It was a fluke election. It's when like Jeff Jones lost by like 25. Okay, so next state, Indiana. So the reason I didn't characterize it, and last time I didn't put it, is because one, Todd Young underperformed Donald Trump in the state. He won the state by like 19 points. He won the state by like 9. So, and like Lucy Brenton just took a lot of votes away. So, if we have Lucy, so I think Todd Young, being the two-time incumbent, this time could potentially win it by a larger margin. And I think Indiana would go to the Republicans. Okay, so now we have one of our, then we have the two tosses. Okay, so let's do the likely D states. So I think Colorado would be likely D, just because, you know what I told you before, Michael Bennett, blah, blah, blah. I already explained it. So yeah, likely. Yeah, that's the only likely state. For the Republicans, they have a few. Obviously, Senator Marco Rubio in Florida isn't gonna lose. I mean, if somebody like Ivanka Trump primaries him, and like tries running, if they could both take a huge part of the electorate and like give somebody like Andrew Gilliam or maybe somebody like that, maybe Charlie Crist or Nikki Fried, the victory. The next state I think would be Missouri. So we see here Roy Blunt narrowly won against Jason Kander by like 2.8%. And if Jason Kander had been able to improve a bit against Jonathan Dine's margin, it would have been like a 0.4% margin. So that's not the reason I'm putting it as likely. My reason is Roy Blunt is retiring, which could pave the way for a possible maybe like a Josh Hawley. Maybe Josh Hawley could try running for senior senator, despite the fact that he'll already be senior senator. So yeah, like some many notable games can run. Let's pull up the 2022 Senate map. Except that hasn't happened yet, so you don't have 2022 Senate map. Okay, so Wikipedia, go to Missouri. So Rick Combs. Let's check the Democratic primary. Jason Kander and Claire McCaskill have all said no, so yeah, the Republicans have a pretty good chance of retaining this. The next state I'd like to characterize would be the state of Iowa. I know one thing. If Chuck Grassley tries running, I could potentially see like the state of Iowa being a tilt D margin. At the best for Republicans, maybe a light D margin, but probably not. The best for Democrats, a lean margin. My reasoning is the majority of Iowans don't actually want Chuck Grassley. He's old, and he'll be super old, and they don't want to put that to his term. Okay, so 60.2 equals 35.7, 24.5. Like, that's a pretty large margin. The difference was about 1 in 5 voter difference. 1 in 4 voter difference, almost. But yeah, if Chuck Grassley decides to retire, he probably will. I could see this race being like we are. Same story in Ohio, except Rob Portman's already retired. And a good Republican can try running. I think he could potentially win the Senate race. So, this is our electoral map. Senate map. Now we have our true battlegrounds and true toss-ups. Let's go one by one. So, Nevada, I think, would be the least toss-up. If a candidate like Brian Sandoval runs, then I think the race would probably be like tilt R or lean R. If somebody like Adam Laxalt, the former governor, maybe he'll be the former senator or former governor. Like if he tries to run, I think the race would probably be likely to be like unbiased election predictions does the same thing. It says the same thing. If somebody like Dean Heller runs, a former senator, which is not a great idea to rerun former candidates, because he possibly likely be the lead. But yeah, I call it as likely be. So our final toss-ups. New Hampshire, let's do that. So okay, so let's pull up the 2020 gubernatorial map. 2020 gubernatorial election. Republicans gained a seat. North Carolina, we see the. Okay, so that was actually not a very good idea. Let's go to state of New Hampshire. Look at that. Chris Sununu, like, he won almost a 2/3 majority. Look at the margin. Chris Sununu won against Molly Kelly. 2016, Chris Sununu won against Colin von Ostrom by not that big margin. Now, prior to that, there was Maggie Hassan. Fun fact, he's a senator. Maggie Hassan, John Wright, Craig Benson, Janine Shaheen, a former female senator. Okay, shoot. So New Hampshire has a history of electing Republicans because it's like less partisan. Like gubernatorial elections are less partisan, so yeah. But Chris Sununu hasn't technically, like, he hasn't declared yet. So I put this race in the, if Kelly got runs, she might win, but still. Arizona, Mark Kelly's pretty popular. If they run Mark, I'm sorry, God help me. Like, since I live in Arizona, she isn't that bad, but, you know. If Kelly Ward runs, you could say bye to the Republicans' chances. Likely be. But, so yeah, if somebody like, I can't think of an example right now. Like, I don't have, Doug Ducey maybe, but if somebody like Andy Biggs runs, he's gonna lose for sure. Now, Georgia, I think Raphael Warnock will probably win by a lean margin. That's why he's a junior senator. And with that, for Democrats, he's the majority, 50 Senate seats. Well, high majority. So yeah, take a look. If somebody like Kelly Loeffler runs, I think it would be lean. Somebody like Doug Collins runs, I think it would be tilt. Somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene runs, it would be safe. Somebody like Herschel Walker runs, I think maybe tilt. Like, he's not really well known, but still. So, this is our trio of states. First, I concluded that, like, John Fetterman is probably going to run in the state of Pennsylvania. So, yeah. He's pretty popular as Penny's governor. So, yeah. Wisconsin. This is actually a flip from my previous prediction. I no longer think the Republicans will win this. Here's the thing. If he retires, then possibly 2016 Wikipedia. Let's see how long we're doing. Oh, interesting, right? 23 minutes. Okay, let's go down to the state of Wisconsin. So, like, every candidate for a royal in Wisconsin, serves 3 terms and then gets ousted. So, Ron Johnson, okay, so he served, that was 1 term. He would serve 3 terms. (2016 to 2022), 2004, 2010. The Feingold, 1, 2, 3. Bob Caston, 1. No. So yeah, you got my point. I think Ron Johnson will probably lose. That's my prediction. So, North Carolina, I think the Republicans will narrowly win this. If somebody like Roy Cooper runs, I think the Democrats will probably win this race narrowly. But I think the Republicans can narrowly win. Maybe Tom Tillis could run, probably not. Let's look at potential candidates for 2022. Oh, sorry. Well, where were we going again? Oh, but I forgot. This is in North Carolina. I don't need Tom Tillis. Okay, so Pat McCrory and Laura Trump. So yeah, basically, I think the Republicans will narrowly hold on to it. So that's our final electoral map, Senate map. 52 for the Democrats, 48 for the Republicans, and Chuck Schumer remains as Senate Majority Leader with the flips in the states of Wisconsin and then Pennsylvania. Bye. See you next time.